Coming up next on Cordisco's Corner. He permanently suspended Marjorie Taylor Greene for repeated violations of our COVID-19 misinformation policy. Hi, folks. Welcome to Cordisco's Corner. Unfiltered commentary. Not your truth, the real truth. Please like, share, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for your support. Hi, folks. Welcome back. From Fox News, Marjorie Taylor Greene's personal Twitter account permanently suspended over COVID-19 misinformation. And she said Twitter is an enemy to America, the Congresswoman fired back. As you don't know, Marjorie Taylor Greene is a Congresswoman. Let's read on. Marjorie Taylor Greene, Republican of Georgia, had her personal verified Twitter account permanently banned for spreading COVID-19 misinformation, the social media company said Sunday. Permanently. Those of you that seen Animal House, it's like under double secret probation. Remember that one? He permanently suspended Marjorie Taylor Greene for repeated violations of our COVID-19 misinformation policy. We've been clear. Oh yeah, they've been crystal clear on their rules. Per our strike system for this policy, we permanently suspend accounts for repeated violations of the policy. This is a sitting member of Congress. Whether you like her or not, and whether you agree with her or not, is immaterial. Absolutely immaterial. She's a sitting member of Congress, like I said. If you don't want to listen to her or read her tweets, then don't. Can you imagine the pieces of that have been on Twitter on the progressive side and some of the crazy crap they came out with? How about the Russian collusion story? Every single person that touted that on the left should have their account suspended according to these rules. But the rules are there are no rules. Absolutely none. I hope that this November, when Democrats lose the majority in the House, that there's enough neocons gone that they go after these social media monsters. Monsters. And don't give me that crap about it's a private company, they do what they want to. They were given a carve-out. I believe it's under Section 230 of the Decency Communications Act, I believe it's called, that waives them from liability, being sued. Can't have it both ways. You want to be a publisher, like a newspaper or a regular website? Yeah, go for it. But you can't have it both ways. You can't say you can't sue us, but yet we can take off anybody we want to for any reason we want to and just make it sound legitimate. We'll think of some reason. No, you can't do that. When Maxine Waters can go to the streets and threaten violence on Twitter, which she did, Kamala and Elon can bail out rioters on Twitter, which they did. They used that platform to raise bail money. And chief spokesman for terrorist IGGC can tweet Morning Soleimani, but I get suspended for tweeting VAERS statistics. Twitter is an enemy to America and can't handle the truth. That's fine. I'll show America we don't need them, and it's time to defeat our enemies. Yeah, I mean, she's a little wacky sometimes. I mean, she's not completely off the hook. She has the right policies. America first. First Amendment, Second Amendment, all those things that we cherish, all the amendments actually, that they're trying to take away from us. So I go along with the policies rather than the person. Yeah, she's had some wacky stuff in the past. Some she's apologized for. On Saturday, Greene had tweeted about an extremely high amount of COVID vaccine deaths that she said are ignored. Twitter has repeatedly temporarily suspended Greene's account over the course of the pandemic for alleged misinformation. Most recently in August, she was suspended for 1 week and threatened with a permanent ban after she said COVID-19 vaccines we're failing. Well, when you get so many people that are supposedly vaccinated and are having breakthroughs, and what was it, one surge had 76% of the people tested positive, had a vaccine, makes you wonder, how many boosters do you need? I am not anti-vaccine, never was, never will be. That's not the point. The point is, though, these social media monsters have too much power. It's up to the American people to tell them no. Take away Section 230. Make it so they can be sued by every single nickel dime tweet. It'll tie up hundreds of millions of dollars in just legal fees. And I hope it happens. Trump's Truth Social comes out here pretty soon. We'll see how that goes. Now, I do go on Getter a lot. I'm going to be going on these platforms in the next few weeks. I'm going to be expanding out to Facebook, Twitter, Getter, Parler, Rumble, and Odyssey. Look for something there. I might start a Substack to do some essays on. And eventually, I hope by the end of this year to have my own website. So we're going to have to see how that goes. But the heat needs to be turned up. The midterms, you heard this a million times. It's almost a cliche. This is the most important election in our generation. I personally believe this is even more important election than 2016. It's 2022 and then 2024. Let's weed out all the progressives, and at the same time, let's get rid of as many Republican neocons as we can. We need to take back the people's house to represent the people. We're going to have to see. But I'll tell you what, though, we're going to also find out how many Republicans in the next year or so have taken huge amounts of money from these social media monsters, and we'll see how they vote. We'll see what they do. Anyway, it's the war. This is just the opening shot. I mean, there's going to be a long, hard, and brutal war. And it's going to be distasteful. It's going to drain you mentally and physically. But don't give up. Victory is in sight. We just have to hold on. Until the next time, goodbye and good luck.